Deadwood was a television series that began in 2004 and ran for 3 seasons before its unfortunate cancellation in 2006. It focused on the town of Deadwood in the 19th century and was based on real historical events, though dramatic liberties were taken, and of course there's a limited amount of knowledge about exactly what went on in the town. It was also, to my mind, one of the best uses of television as an art form rather than just simply as entertainment, and one of the most worthy of analysis. So here we are. I'll be looking at the show on a season-by-season basis, examining the themes explored and highlighting where I can particular points that, for me, make it so interesting and so worthy of your time. I'll also be producing supplementary videos focusing on particular characters or themes where I find something too complex to sum up in a seasonal overview. So first, a little background. In 1876, when the show begins, Deadwood was not yet officially part of the United States, and as such had no official law enforcement or laws of any kind. However, what Deadwood did have was gold, and lots of it in the Black Hills. This led to an influx of prospectors and small-time miners who make up the majority of the population. We're introduced to the town through Seth Bullock, played by Timothy Olyphant, a sheriff from Montana who moves there in order to sell mining supplies along with his Jewish partner Saul Starr. Despite being lawless, the town is not in a state of anarchy of any kind. Though there is no law, there is order, largely due to Al Swearingen, the owner of the local saloon. Al is a character I'll get into in greater depth with later. He is in many ways the perfect capitalist, concerned primarily with his own safety and his own profit, and he's willing to go to any lengths in order to secure both. If the town falls into anarchy, profits will fail. His motives are that simple. He also appears, initially anyway, to be a compassion-free sociopath, but as the series continues, and particularly with the finale of Season 1, he's revealed to be very complicated, and his past, something everybody has in Deadwood and nobody wants to talk about, is gone into in greater detail. Al's business is alcohol, prostitution, and opium dealing to the local population. He'll sell to anyone, and he'll happily kill anyone who gets in his way. Deadwood is a western, but don't go expecting moral or patriotic stories here. Rather, this follows in a tradition of work such as The Searchers, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, or Unforgiven, which focus on the brutal realities of frontier existence, using the past to critique American society rather than celebrate it. It is not a coincidence that Deadwood was produced in the Bush era, and its view of religion, capitalism, and authority are clearly formed by the post-9/11 Second Gulf War landscape. It's also one of the most foul-mouthed productions you're ever likely to see. Characters reeling off batteries of swearing that make Casino look like Mary Poppins by comparison. No word is taboo, and political correctness is over a century away, so don't go expecting any kind of racial or sexual sensitivity here. The swearing is not, however, a cheap shock tactic to hike up viewing figures. This is, after all, a shithole frontier town where every sin imaginable takes place on a pretty much daily basis. Of course they swore, you would too in that situation. It's also used to make key character points, since in a world like that, not swearing or choosing not to swear in front of particular people can tell you a lot about a certain character. It's also incredibly violent in places and profoundly bleak and disturbing. So if you're faint of heart, do steer well clear of it. If not, then come with me as we get stuck into Deadwood Season 1.
Sometimes I don't know where this dirty road is taking me. Sometimes I don't even know the reason why